Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I am Celeb Shaka, and today we're going to talk about Marvel's Avengers for the first time in a while. So this past Tuesday, last Tuesday, I believe, they put a patch out on 2.3, one of their like newcomer patches, when it was doing like quality of life patches and things of that nature. Now, going based off of me and me alone, I've observed either myself or someone else's, a few things, and we want to talk about it. So we're gonna just touch on the bad first, and then we'll talk about some of the good parts of this particular patch, because there were a lot, truthfully. So the biggest bad part of this particular patch was the PlayStation 5. There was a bug, a very game-breaking bug for some people, that where in Nick Fury's cutscene when he reintroduced himself to the team, he would crash beforehand. Like, it would crash before that happened. Now, if you didn't get that bug, you were okay to go, and you had a good time on the patch. But if you froze and or crashed at that particular part, you were going to continue to crash no matter what happened. About Wednesday night, the next day, some people found that if you had reset your campaign progress on either the A Day or the three DLCs, then you can get in with no problem. But that would mean redoing your campaign. So a lot of people didn't want to do that. So that was the big bug for it. There's other bugs like Thor not being able to do damage with certain pieces of gear, mostly with like the Sonic pieces or some certain hammers from the raid. So those are definitely game breaking bugs for people if they only play Thor and things of that nature. I myself got pretty frustrated because I did get the bug, and I was pretty frustrated for a while because I don't really play Marvel's Avengers that much anymore, because there's a lot of things that I'm kind of just waiting for. I'm kind of waiting for a little bit more content, a little bit more versatility, things like that. Now, I'm not a top 1%er, so I don't try to mid-max characters and things of that nature. That kind of low-key kind of bores me. Like, I will put a build together to be able to make sure that I can at least, I don't want to be a hindrance to my team. So that's kind of the builds that I pick. I don't try to be one-shot, two-shot builds. Sometimes I might creep up on that at some point, but I don't really do that. So that's kind of what I've been doing. So I said, let me try this out, see what's going on. And I got the bug, and I could not get past it. And I was very frustrated that day. The next day, I don't really care about the campaign, so I tried it, and it did work. Resetting the campaign worked, even though I love the campaigns, don't get it twisted, but I don't mind resetting them, because if I don't mind playing through the campaign again, that's all I'm saying. So come Thursday, however, I did get into some games. Now, here is my good part. So kind of just like off the top of the dome, it's kind of a lot of things to do. Now, granted, it is a lot of stuff that's already been done, but you have the choice to kind of just run through all of the, like, there's like villain sectors that I haven't seen in a while. Turbulence. I haven't seen Turbulence in a long time. The last time I seen it was when a friend needed some help running through it, and I just kind of hopped into it with that. Things like that. I gotta go to a bad part again, but I'll do that towards the end of the thing. The villain sectors are all up there every time, so you can keep rerunning them as much as you want, and you do get chances to get a lot of exotics from there. Now, I've seen at least I've gotten one exotic for every one of my characters that I played. I think a few people have not really touched for a while, and they didn't get exotics from it, but every time I play it, I at least got one exotic from them so far. That's just the actual villain sectors and the elite villain sector. So it has replayability. It has that thing where you kind of like chasing something. It doesn't make you feel like you're completely wasting your time in those things, and that's a good, it's a good change of pace right there. I will say, the villain sector bringing Taskmaster in, I didn't get as mad as everybody else did because I personally didn't care. I've been a person that did a lot of loot games, things like that. So I'm normally used to replaying a lot of stuff over and over again. You know, I have hours and hours, couple thousand hours in different video games in that same fashion. So that doesn't necessarily bother me too much. But it's kind of funny. We come into this new like villain sector with Taskmaster, and it's basically a copy and paste from the Maestro fight. It's like you go through the entire mission, which the Wasteland looks better. I know me and Stardust were talking about that, and he was like, it was kind of weird that they had like trees and things like that, but it does look a little bit more vibrant. So it's kind of showing that what we did kind of is having a ripple effect to the future, showing this like there is some life coming back to the Wastelands. So that's kind of how I take that one. So it does look a little bit just getting trees and things like that. So I can kind of see why they did that. But overall, that particular villain set was kind of like a letdown because it was the same thing as a Maestro fight. You kind of just go through one objective to the next one, to the next one. You get to that, and then there's no dialogue to Taskmaster. He's just there chilling, and he's the only one in there. If you beat it, like if you have the one shots build, you beat him, you don't even see nothing. But he has his normal mechanics. You know, if you get into a certain point, he disappears and summons 3 people. Then vice versa, things like that. All the same things. So it's aside from the patch, the game breaking patch, or where we couldn't play for a day or two, technically speaking, the patch still gets like a high 5.6, maybe a 6.8 for me out of 10, mainly because there's still some tweaking that needs to be done. There's still some like bugs that are popping up. There's still some things that are just still messing up. There's new bugs in they did some stability in the raid, but now there's different bugs now. There's different things like that, and so they're coming into their own. If we understand that this is going to be a process, and we kind of just, I guess, get with it, see what's going on, and see what happens. At the end product, what's either going to happen is it's going to go away, or it's going to stay in a average state, which, if you love the game, an average state is not terrible, because you can be like me and miss Marvel Heroes some days and can't even go back and play it. So this video was a little bit longer than I thought. I kind of wanted to just get my thoughts out. I never wanted to put a video out about Avengers until I started playing again, which I did this past week. So here we are. I do plan on doing more videos like this and just chilling out, talking to you guys with the streams and things like that. So if you enjoy this type of content and you enjoy this video, please go ahead and give me a like, throw the subscribe and the bell so you can always know when a video comes out and a live stream, and throw a comment and see what you want to see next. I might have something down the pipe coming pretty soon. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Peace.